But I'll take 1991.
We will take 2001 as the correct year. The reason I said 91 is because you have done so many incredible things.
Welcome to iPositive Talk TV. Yes, that means I am positive about something. And of course, our regular followers know that we have iPositive Talk Radio as well. So now we've added TV. And of course, I'm Cece Morris and my lovely co-host, my daughter, Miss Talia Ashley. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Mom. Yes, ready to get into everything, you know?
Well, we're totally excited about iPositive Talk TV.
Yes.
And of course, speaking of that, we want to get right into what does iPositive mean again?
Well, again, as you mentioned, it means I am positive about something, but we're positive about creating solutions in our communities based on all of our issues that we face today, from the family perspective, the educational perspective, any and everything that makes us better people, right?
And of course, that is true. And along with that, we want to make this a global positive change.
Right.
A global positive change.
That's right. So today's topic, right?
Yes, today's topic from our community, taking the bull out of bullying.
That is right. Taking that bull out of bullying for 2012 and beyond, right?
Absolutely.
Right. And when we talk about bullying, we're talking about, people are bullied all the way up from preschool to the workplace. It happens in every arena. And I think today we're going to talk about how some things may coincide with it, based on a conversation we had with a college student, right? Mr. O'Brien Shelley.
That's
You'll
right.
see him soon.
Yeah, that's right. And we talked about bullying, and what coincides with bullying, and a lot of us hadn't thought about it, especially parents today, is hazing.
This is true.
We talk about the football teams.
Right.
We talk about the band.
Right, exactly.
And
Any
other organizations.
Right.
That's right.
For example, I'm going to go ahead and put myself out there. I'm in my 30s, and people from the ages of 30 up to 40, some of you may remember when you're in high school, and you enter, like you mentioned, the football team, or you enter the basketball team, the band, or what have you, at
Initiations.
that freshman level. You go through initiations many times, and so I know I can speak from what I remember. People call it crab week or what have you. And so what happens, unfortunately, today is the media allows for everyone to be a paparazzo. If you have a camera phone, you can film this, you can film that. During my day, we didn't have that, so a lot of bullying, initiation, hazing took place, but it was unheard of. Today, everyone can know everything. So you hear about it all, and unfortunately, it leads to a lot of detrimental situations. So we're here to kind of help counteract that and explain that to parents who may not be thinking on that level. If your child is in an organization, sports, or band, or what have you, chances are they may encounter some bullying as well that may not be talked about, or hazing.
And speaking of bullying, let's just start, from the basics, the basic foundation of it. What are some of the signs of a child or young adult or whatever being bullied?
Well, there are various signs. I know when we talked to the young man O'Brien, he mentioned a couple of them I liked.
Sure.
He talked about how the child may become weaker in certain subjects and so forth. How the child may have to be forced to not only hand over lunch or lunch money, but even homework in cases. On television, TV sitcoms will tell you that the bullies are saying, hey, you're going to do my homework. Well, according to him, he just graduated high school last year. He said what he saw was a lot of the students would just give a bully the homework. And it doesn't come across the way it does on television. Sometimes it's subtle.
Right. And giving the homework, it reminds me of one of our radio talk shows that we did before, Dumbing Down.
Right.
That's why some of the students dumb down, because then the bully doesn't ask them to do the homework.
You're right. You're definitely right.
So that's a sign they're parents.
Exactly. The child, is dumbing down. The child becomes weaker in terms of conversation in the household, may not talk as much about certain things, or may emphasize one subject but not the other. Some of the other signs may be, suddenly, not only are they silent, but they really want to just be alone, or other signs.
Okay, being alone, parents.
Right.
Okay.
Some of the other signs are also, their friendships kind of change. They may not have the same types of friends. They may want to dress a different way. Because a lot of times the children want to be in the in crowd, so they're kind of doing whatever they have to do to be in the in crowd. So those are some of your
One of the ways to
obvious.
stop bullying is to report it to principals, teachers, or parents. Because one thing about once you tell someone, it notifies them about what's going on. And if they notify the teacher or parent, the bully will be, disciplined. And then once they become disciplined, they'll have to, restrain themselves to what they are bullying or who they are bullying. And then bullies need to know one thing. Once you do that stuff in high school, you cannot mess it up, when you go out in the world. You have to learn from out there in high school, and then you have to learn when you go in the world. Because one thing, if you do that on the job or any other basic places, they will send you to jail or possibly even, prison. So those are one of the ways that you need to.
Okay, now I'm going to turn the table just a little bit. Let's look at it from the instructor, the teacher's perspective.
Okay.
What can our teachers do? Are they doing enough? And I know you mentioned something earlier too, where you say the teacher tries to be everything to that student. And maybe some of the things that the teacher tries to be.
You're right. On our radio show, I mentioned before, as I am an educator as well, the teachers today are everything. We talk about it often. But to be specific, they're parents, they're best friends, they're big sisters, big brothers in many cases, they're counselors, and sometimes they're wardens, dealing with discipline issues and so forth. So the teachers are focusing on so many different aspects, but not only are they everything to that student, but you get into the politics in education as well. Many times the numbers are just disproportionate. Too many students per classroom. So teachers, unfortunately, may not be able to focus on children as much as they would like. And also politics from the administrative level. Whatever the situation may be in their school among, among their co-teachers, among the principals, other administration, they may be forced to focus on other duties more so than the bullying aspect, because we have to remember first, no matter what, the teacher is the educator. They have to make sure that these children are learning whatever that curriculum is. Then let's not talk about, of course, all of the exams that they have to adhere to, making sure that the students are prepared for prerequisite exams, state standardized exams, and so forth. The teacher today wears 1,000 hats. So in the teacher's defense, it is difficult for them to focus on this one individual child or this one group of children who may be bullying another child. So
exactly.
It's
precisely, Tanya.
It's a parental issue.
That's what I see. And me as a parent, two parents out there, to the instructor, to the teacher, I feel that the teacher, you teachers, I'm going to say this, are working in silos.
Wow.
Get some help, because we miss the opportunities. The teacher, the parent, we miss the opportunity of toning down some of that bullying. So if they would outsource, if they would delegate, if they would use resources, community resources to assist in this process. The minute they see it, well, I know I can handle this because I've got, like you say, the other 1,000 things to adhere to. So let someone else help. Because the sooner we can get other positive mentors, other positive parents, and anybody else positive in the community involved in that bullying process, then we can alleviate, some of the bullying.
Easier said than done.
But
it's a challenge. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm agreeing with you. But to the parents, to mentors, help the educators out so you can help who? The children. The children.
Now I know Brian O'Brien said something earlier too that I liked. And of course he might talk about it a little bit later as we move into the show. He said that one of the solutions, because we're getting ready to close out here in a minute. One of the solutions is to make sure that we have a detailed, not just once a year, not just twice a year, but a regular class or session within the system, within the school system, on how to counteract. Yes, those were great points, and of course, we are just about to close out another segment.
As I was mentioning earlier, we are iPositive. We keep it very positive, real positive, still real, but positive. But now it's time for our iPositive solutions. Let's get to the solutions.
Okay, well, quickly, the solutions, again, is to make sure that there are regular classes within the school system for educators and for the student on taking the bull out of bullying, which is our
Our topic for
our
today.
topic for today.
You're right. It needs to be implemented. Superintendents, let's look at that. That's a fabulous solution. What better way for a community to rally around a subject than to actually create the subject in the school system? We can take that further. When it comes to all of our collegiate people who go to school to become teachers, to become educators, that should be added to the curriculum as well. To begin the teachers, to begin to teach the teachers. The prospective teachers, how to address issues of bullying, but make it more of a universal situation, not, as you mentioned before, colleges and counties do not need to work in silos. This is a national problem, possibly international, I'm sure. So we need to create something that's going to help all of us, right?
And then one final thought here, too, to all of our audience out there today. The bullies, when you're bullying in the elementary school and it follows you into middle school and it follows you into high school, you got to stop, because it follows you into the workplace. Guess what? It will not be taught. Well, thank you today for hopefully enjoying this segment of iPositive Talk TV.
Yes.
Join us again next time.
That's right. I'm Talia.
And I'm Cece. And this is iPositive Talk TV.
That's right. Join us in the village.